Aloha! My name is Mike Zimmerman, and I'm a pricing manager at the Home Depot in Atlanta, Georgia. Over the past several years, I've had the opportunity to conduct and participate in multiple interviews. So I will be sharing my thoughts around the interview process and some tips and tricks that you can use when preparing for interviews. So the interview process overall can vary depending on the company, but it is common for there to be multiple rounds of interviews before receiving that offer letter. So let's start with the phone interview. So the phone interview is typically conducted by an HR representative from the company and are around 30 minutes in length. The interviewer is trying to get to know your communication skills and personality, and they will be assessing your enthusiasm and excitement for the position. They will not be able to see you, so it's important that this comes across through your speech in tone or your responses. They will oftentimes share what they are looking for in a candidate and can share some information on how that role fits within the broader organization. Some of the commonly asked questions might include, tell me about yourself, or why are you interested in this position? You might ask them if there are any resources that you can read or study up on in preparation for the next round of interviews, or ask about the interview process and what the next steps are. Sometimes I might ask, what is the common career path of those that are starting out in this position? What do you like most about working for your company? It is appropriate to ask questions you have about the role or company from research conducted. Now I'm going to move on to the next step in the interview process, which will be an interview that is typically conducted by the hiring manager. This interview will be more in-depth, and you'll be asked to share experiences that demonstrate your competency for the job. In this interview, you will want to do your best to relate your own personal experiences to the job description. Many of the questions asked will be behavioral type questions to understand how you respond in difficult situations. Some technical questions may be asked to gauge your knowledge surrounding the specific category. Sometimes you can find the exact interview questions on glassdoor.com. Now, my advice to those preparing for interviews is always to use the STAR method. Now, there are multiple books and resources you can get that will define and outline the STAR method. In brief, it is situation, task, action, and result. So try to practice outlining responses in this format and share details that help you to stand out while keeping the answer to 1 to 3 minutes in length. Practice delivering your response with confidence and enthusiasm, and try to create a good flow as you move from situation to task, then to action and result. This is your time to brag about yourself, so don't hold back. Some questions you might ask may include, describe a situation or experience in which you had to overcome multiple obstacles to complete a project. Or describe a situation in which you had a confrontation or disagreement with your leader. How did you respond? Many of these questions start with describe a situation and will be related to the job description. Subsequent interviews may include interview panels with other leaders from cross-functional teams that you might interact with. It is also getting more and more common for there to be case studies or skill assessments that are issued alongside the interview. Next up, I want to share with you interview advice. So the interview process can be stressful for both the interviewer and the candidate. So these tips will help you prepare for these experiences and stand out. First and foremost, I want you to be curious. What is the company mission statement, and what are the company values? This information can be found on the company website or when speaking to others that might have experience working with the company. If the company is public, then there may be recent information from their earnings statements or press releases that might be pertinent to your position. This can help you prepare quality questions that demonstrate your excitement for the company. Try to talk or reach out to people you might know within the organization to learn as much about the role as possible. Practice answering interview questions and outlining your experiences will help you sound more confident and feel more at ease during the interview. It's important that you ask good questions when the time is appropriate, typically at the end of the interview. Asking good questions can show that you are prepared for the interview and are eager to learn about the role. This next piece of advice is very important, and it is be confident. Your preparation will help you be less nervous and deliver your answers with confidence. It's important to feel confident and be able to sell yourself to the interviewer. Your confidence will show in the way you answer your questions. Remember that if you are interviewing, that you have already impressed the interviewer and shown that you possess the skills that they are looking for. Be yourself. Your body language and tone of voice can help convey your confidence. It is important that you maintain eye contact throughout the interview and do your best to communicate with everyone in the room. It is okay to pause and collect thoughts before answering questions. I hope you have found this information to be useful. There are a lot of great resources in books and online that can help you further prepare. I wish you all the best.